Welcome to Pocket Pod, Animal Crossing. Snowboys melt in the sun. Episode 141. There's Joey, Bowie, prepared for that one.
Nah, it was great.
Same.
It was good. I like that over here.
Flustered.
Oh my goodness. Just take a moment. Take a deep breath.
We ready for an episode?
We're just waiting for the song to die down.
Oh, that's okay. You just give me the thumbs up or whatever, and I'll be ready to start the episode and finish talking and start the episode.
Hey, JB.
Yeah,
Thumbs up or whatever.
I got the signal. It's time to start the episode.
Wink, wink.
It's time to start. I'm so excited.
It's our time.
It's been a while since we've done one of these. Maybe.
It's been a while.
Hold my
It's been a while. Follow
Really has
Greg.
been a while. Since I could hold my head up high.
It's been a while.
There. And we're
Digging
all
those
together now.
lighters.
Feeling
Yes.
those lighters.
Feeling those lighters.
You can dig the lighters if
Thanks,
you want to.
Fred.
Oh, Fred Durst.
Oh. Wow.
Woof. Okay. Anyway, follow up
yes,
Creek.
yes.
I have a bit of a bummer with a happy ending story to share.
Oh,
Bit of a bummer with a happy ending.
I mean, I'm glad it's. Thank you for letting us know it wasn't all downhill, because boy, that'd
Yeah.
be sad.
It's good to know if you're reading a fairy tale or a tragedy,
Aw.
right?
Sure.
So last week I shared all of my fun, weird experiences opening my island to the strangers
Yes.
of Turnip Exchange.
Yes.
What I didn't do after all of that funness, after I closed up my island, was I didn't go run around my island and see if anything maybe disappeared off my island.
Oh.
And the next morning I was, doing my morning check for things, and wouldn't you know, all of my bell trees except for 3 were shooken.
Oh no! What?
And the bells
Bell tree
were
thievery.
goneth. And in their stead was a bunch of random tools and random things purchased at Nooks yesterday.
That's so silly.
A
So
bunch of random tools?
Yeah, like they were emptying their pockets so they could fill it with more bell bags.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
While that sucks because it takes a while for bell trees to grow.
Sure.
The silver lining is that you also received a lot of money.
Yeah. No,
right?
That's true. Yeah.
I had
there you
to-
go.
So here's the deal. I did not care about the money. It was literally not about the money.
It's not
money.
about the money, money,
Na, na,
money.
na, na.
It was about the fact that I use bell trees for decoration,
I
and
know.
the design of my lovely duck pond was without its, flourishes, if you will.
Is this an
Next
Uncle
time you have
Money?
to put fences around them.
Is it an
Fences
Uncle
around
Moneybags?
all your
McDuck
bell
bag?
trees. That's
Uncle
so
Moneybags.
What about Uncle Moneybags McDuck?
It's a duck pond. It's surrounded by bell
Oh,
trees.
because
Was
it's
it-
Uncle Moneybags McDuck Pond. That's the perfect name for my pond. I'm gonna need a
That'd be precious.
sign. I'm
Ooh.
gonna figure out what that sign is.
yeah.
Well, anyway, so I was really bummed, and so I was kind of stream of conscious complaining in the Discord about it, and
Aw.
I got lots of offers from different people. They
Sure,
were like,
people that give
I
you
have bell trees. I'll bring them over. And I was like,
Aw.
oh no, I'm just complaining. It's fine. Like it'll in like because I said it was like a month's worth of bell trees because theoretically
Oh.
it was 10 bell trees, so 3 days. But really, like you get one a day, so it's really going to be more like 13 days or whatever. So it wasn't as bad as I was complaining about. But in the moment, I was really upset about it. Anyway, I was Lo forced basically a tree on me. She's like, I'm gonna come over, and I was like, are you
Aw.
coming over to deliver a tree? She's like, maybe.
Oh, so sweet.
And so she delivered like 1 or 2 trees, and it was very sweet. And then like I had also I had a couple in other places that were still growing, so I was like, I'll move those over there. So like in a couple days
Nice.
it'll be right. Anyway, later that day, she comes over for a visit under the pretense of wanting to go shopping at Abel's, and silly me believed her. And she came from her other island that she shares, and she had literally planted full-size money trees exactly where my stumps had been.
Oh, so kind. So your forest of bellbag trees is many restorers already.
It was pretty much reflourishing by like middle of the morning that day.
Oh, that's
So
so
nice.
Very sweet, very sweet. Yeah, and so and it was actually from Lo's mom that she offered. So I sent her some thank you gifts because I was like, you don't need to do that, and I know you won't accept money as a thank you. So here are fun things.
Yay!
I think I sent like flower crown or something like that. Anyway,
That's
that was
good.
my...
So that's a nice story. That
And,
was
and lesson learned
of a bummer with a happy ending.
Yeah, because most things on the island, if someone shook all my fruit trees, I wouldn't care because those grow back. But like the bell trees actually take work to regrow.
Cultivate. Sure.
So it would be like if someone smashed all my rocks, I'd be like, oh, come on now.
Would you? I mean,
it's like having a child, perhaps, on your island.
Yeah.
That every time you visit, there's trees chopped down, and
I'm not going to say this is not why I don't have children, but
I mean, it's not a reason why.
That's fair. And I mean, for the trees, for bell trees in the future, if you still want to invite strangers over and just protect them from accidentally hurting your island, you can do those little bamboo stop blocks all around your trees, and they can't reach the tree to shake it.
Yeah, like for fences, the stop blocks,
Sure.
Even just objects, right? You can just put objects in front.
As long as it's not something they could sit on.
As long as they're not your friend, you're not my friend.
Yeah, if they can sit on it, then they could jump through it. But yeah, I could have put anything down in front of each of the arches and in the area that led to the water, because I had cut everything off. The only way to have gotten there is they would have had to swim around my island to get there. And I thought I was watching them, like I mentioned. I really thought I was like stalking my entrance, but I turned around a couple times. I was technically working, so it was kind of rude. Just rude.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
I mean, yes, all of that is rude, but then I think that not everyone is kind, and not everyone is a grown up.
Yep.
That play.
So true.
As evidenced by my other story from last week.
It's true. Exactly.
It's true. It could have just been someone who just saw something cool.
There are
shiny
some players
objects
that are still learning how to
have etiquette,
how to be social,
be good, good friends and partners in the game. So
that's fair. But yeah, I think lesson learned. Like I'll still, cut things off so people don't go wandering too much. But if I want to protect something, I'll protect the things in, I could have even just picked up the trees and kept them in my pocket, like that could have been another thing I did. So. There are like 20 of them all together. So it was weird though, because I have like probably 15 around my island, and they only cut like or like shook 11 of them. They left me 4. And I think one is
and were they obvious to did they not see the other ones, or were they all?
I think
next
one
to
of
each
them
other?
was probably because it was really close to where I was, so that's why they didn't shake that one. Also, because of the way it's set up, if they shook it, you'd probably only get one bell bag out of it because it's kind of
it had 3 ways. Around. Sure.
And I don't know why they left me. They probably just ran out of room in their pockets, because like they clearly came to my island to go to Nook's and sell turnips, because they literally dropped things on my island that came from Nook's cranny that day. Like anything that was like on the by multiples of was all the stuff that was dropped on the ground by the tree. I don't know.
Interesting.
It was weird.
Interesting.
Yeah. Go figure.
You live, you learn.
Yes, and it made for a delightful story. Even
it was beautiful, unnecessary drama for a Friday morning.
Yes, fair enough.
And once again, learn the kindness of wonderful Discord friends.
Yeah, so sweet.
And their parents.
Yeah, it's not exclusively the children. It is also
and their families.
Oh, very kind.
And their families.
Are you guys ready for some what's new? Because there's a whole lot of what's new.
Oh yeah.
Do 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 do. What's new?
What's new?
Do do do. New horizons. Do do do.
What's new?
I think that's the one. I think that's the keeper.
So
maybe with different energy, but like the lyrics are correct.
It was great.
Alicia's like, lyrics, you say?
Sure.
Yep.
If you say so.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
What's new?
So many things.
What did I miss?
Actually, you didn't miss anything, and you were the first person to see some of these
I
things.
know.
So why don't you tell us what you wanted to tell us last week about what's
Oh,
new?
yeah. It was a secret teaser.
Well, I will tell you that Lion Cake was very excited about his dream suite coming true with the
Oh.
snowflakes.
That make the little tingly sound.
Yes, so pretty.
Yes, and he's like, my dream suite, it came true. And I like that he was
Tendo's
calling it a
listening.
dream suite. And
is so great.
The
So
youngest
very
Pocket
excited about
Pod
that.
fan.
Yes.
And I told him about the snow boys that were coming
Yes.
because so he played the actual day that so Friday
The
when-
day of.
when
Gotcha,
it
gotcha.
started.
Mm.
I played the day before because I was doing some island work and I had
Yes.
to time travel a little bit
Yeah.
to get because
Right,
I was
right.
bored. And I was like, hey, you should try to make a snow boy. You'll find like little balls of snow on the ground. And he's like, I can't find any. There's no snow. I'm like, I bet if you just wander around for a hot minute, because I've flattened a lot of my island right now.
Probably have some solid snowboy
there's
building
some-
spots.
One, it's really nice for snow boys, and two,
Yay.
it's really nice for finding snowflakes right now because there's like a plethora, like in
Oh.
one little field.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like you can just go boop, 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 and there's
Oh,
like
that's
3 or
great.
4 in like one area. It's really
Ooh,
nice.
that's like a pro tip.
For snowflakes specifically?
For snowflakes.
Snowflakes
like, I just like did
generate
right
in
now.
certain spots?
Well, no, I'm just saying I could see like 4 on my screen at one time.
Oh,
awesome.
because
I
of
could
how the
just, like,
open
clear.
space you have.
Yeah.
I
yeah,
see.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. I love it. Snowflakes.
Which would have been harder when you had all of your hoppers and tiers and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for like leaves, remember I was complaining. I don't know if you remember me complaining about leaves, but like I was like, these are really hard to find and they're few
Yeah.
and far between. But I think it might just be the way my island was set
Yeah,
up.
Sure.
they were hiding
But
from
now
you.
like snowflakes are like everywhere.
They're generating, like,
fields far as the eye
snowflakes.
can see. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
Mm-hmm. Just like them.
Yeah, that's great. I'm actually glad I
Um,
didn't fully build up my island yet because I do have open spaces too that helps me spot the snowflakes. And
Yes.
if you have flower fields or like fields of pumpkins or anything like that, that's a good spot because
Yes.
they have good contrast against the colors.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Lion Cake made his first snow boy and it was very wonky.
Oh,
very
yay.
wonky.
Oh.
He had the littlest head and it was really cute and like
Yeah,
it was,
frankly,
it was
so was
very
mine.
fun and sweet.
It's,
I love it.
It takes some work to learn how to make a snow boy that's even remotely good, let alone perfect.
Little
I
snow.
haven't played really that much since my time traveling time.
Sure.
Traveling time.
Times.
Times. So I have not made a perfect snowman yet.
Well, the good news
So
is we have
I'm
a
interested
while.
to learn a little bit later
How long?
in
it's
the podcast some tips and tricks.
Yes, I
about
can't
that.
wait to talk
Yeah,
about
yeah.
some
Well,
tips
yeah.
and
That's a
tricks.
good teaser for later.
You're
Lo made
welcome.
us
I did
a
one.
few. She made us a few handy infographics, and we'll be able
Ooh.
to make snow boys, I believe, until sometime in February.
Oh, that's amazing. So I guess that
Mm.
might be perhaps as long as we have snow. I was trying to remember when the snow faded in other Animal Crossing games. I couldn't remember if it was before the first day of spring or if that ends up being like March 21st and it goes over to grass again. I don't recall.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess that's something we'll find out. Maybe it's in the infographic. I don't know.
Yeah.
Never
So
know.
February 24th is snowflake season. Is what is the
Nice.
when snowflake season ends. So that includes catching snowflakes and making snow boys. So we have 2 more months still to
Nice.
learn how to make some snow boys.
Do
Oh,
you want to
good
make a snow
stuff.
boy?
Is it okay if he's not perfect?
Of
Aw.
course.
We'll talk about that
Yes,
later too.
all snowflakes, snow boys.
Of course
All
it
the
is.
snow boys.
So related to the snow boy, so we talked a little bit about Des finding the snowballs and trying to figure out how to make the snow boy. But like if you turn around, walk away and come back, sometimes your snowball is moving on its own and getting bigger
What?
on its own. But is it
Or-
on its own?
Or so you have to roll it and then walk away? Just
You don't
walk
even have to
away?
interact with it. You could
no,
just
I can. Yeah,
you could just
it has to
wander over.
exist.
As long as it's generated on your island, every
So you
periodically
have to see it first and then
No.
wander away?
No,
Oh,
it could
so
be
it
the
can
f-
just be there
it could
Yeah,
be
you
the
just
first
might
time
from
you
the
see it.
beginning,
A
from the
rolling-
get-go, or from
rolling
the
snowball.
get-go.
It's rolling on its own, being supported by a little dung
Excuse
beetle
me.
who's probably thinking it's a
Oh.
pile of poo.
pile of
And
poo.
Coldest poo.
Very cold poo. And
I haven't to see little dungy.
sometimes the little dung beetle's mischievous and doesn't just roll your ball and make it bigger and bigger, but sometimes he'll just roll it right into the freaking water, just like a
little
champ.
bud, what are you doing?
Yeah, yeah.
Little dungy.
Funny.
So you just catch him with a net? Is
yeah,
that how
yeah,
he works?
yeah. You have to sort of carefully catch him. He's sort of tricky, like the beetles on the trees and stuff. Kind of a trick man.
Oh, will he fly away?
Yeah, yeah. If you kind of like miss him, he'll fly away. Yeah.
I've only seen them twice, and I've not even gotten my net out because I like bumped into them, and they're like, wee!
Yeah. Yeah. I very carefully like stalked him a couple days ago because I was like, I missed 2 days in a row, and I was like, I'm gonna do it this time. And so I kept like walking by, just waiting to see him come out, and he finally was there, and I caught him.
Yay!
So if you catch him, your snowball is preserved?
Yeah, nothing else will move it. Just the dung beetle.
Well, I was just wondering if like your little net would destroy said.
Ooh.
But no, it sounds like
yeah.
not.
Yeah, no.
That's good too.
I thought about that too. I was like, am I gonna hurt the snowball? But luckily, the snowballs also regenerate. So if you walk in and out of a building, they end up somewhere else. I do like
that.
But if you build it to a certain point, it doesn't regenerate, it looks like. So I guess
unless it gets destroyed.
If you drop it in the water, hit it against a wall, hit it against a tree. Objects too. I hit mine against a bike, and that also destroyed it.
Oh no.
Oopsie poopsies.
But yeah, it's a little process, and we'll talk more about perfect snowballs, snowboys.
And snowballs. Snowballs make a perfect snowboy.
That's true. Got to build a perfect snowball boy. Ball boy.
Indeed.
The other thing that was new, all this stuff happened on the same day, which is why I'm like jumping around a bit. But the other thing that was new is the aurora borealis started at some point in the last week. I want to say they probably started right around snowflake season.
Tell me about this. Is this a nighttime event?
It is a nighttime event. You likely won't have stars when you have aurora. It's sort of its own
let's
sort
see,
of
let's see what I got
space
going on.
Thing.
Is it cloudy when the aurora is happening, or is it clear?
It's a pretty clear night. You know how sometimes you're looking up at the sky on a clear night, and it's kind of like has like a little bit of like a colorful sort of shady haze going on. It's a night that looks like that is when it turns into an aurora borealis, as far as I can tell, because I've had 2 so far. And the only reason I knew is because I had my Medio Nook seed. You would never know. It was at 10 o'clock both times. I don't normally play that late, you know?
Oh, it only comes out at a certain time?
So if you want to know specifics from Medio Nook, they come out multiple times in a night, but it's only for an hour at a time. So like my first one was at 10 p.m. and 3 a.m. My second one was at 10 p.m. and midnight and 2 a.m. or something like that.
But they start on the hour and end on the hour?
Yeah, and so similar to like rainbows, they span just an hour. They're at their height in the middle of the hour. They start fading at the end of the hour.
And do they do anything, or is it just for fun?
It's just pretty. It's just like the rainbow. Just really pretty.
And does Isabel tell you when you're going to have the aurora in your aisle, or is it just you just have to happen into it?
So that's the thing. I don't think Isabel said anything, but around midday that day, I was talking to some of my animals, and a couple of them started mentioning watching and waiting for the aurora to come. Or I don't even know if they said aurora borealis or just aurora. I probably took screenshots, but I was like, oh, so they know this is happening. So if you happen to talk to your animals in the middle of a day on an aurora day, they'll give you a pro tip, and then that's the night you might want to stay up late, because mine don't start before 10 p.m. but I think some people's maybe did. I'll have more in January, so I'll get to see what those schedules are.
Fun.
And we'll theoretically, you're gonna have a handful at least through the season. So
I want to see some aurora.
It's just
aurora action.
It's hard to know when it's coming. There's no real signal if you're gonna have a clear night and special. But so I had a fun little aurora party that I'll probably share next time.
Nice.
Yes, share more about the things.
Yeah.
So sweet. So very sweet.
So if that wasn't enough, then like just a few days later, the trees got all lit up.
Thanks to our friend and reliable island manager person, Isabel. It's all on her.
Yeah, she was just running around throwing lights up in trees, and maybe you're not dropped a few ornaments inside, and boy oh boy, if you're not careful, they could just fall right out.
Oh my goodness.
That's what she said on Twitter.
Yeah, she said, "Can't you please?" I think even in the game, didn't she mention that if you see them lying around, please pick them up. Which I was like, oh, Isabel, I will be shaking the trees.
I will
as
be
much as
hunting them.
possible.
I will
Yes.
be hunting them.
I
my
want
friend.
them. I want them now.
They seem to
I
work
want an
exactly like
ornament.
acorns and pine cones, except they only come out. You're not going to get sticks when you shake the trees, which is nice.
Yay.
But they drop in at the same pace as like the stuff when you get sticks and acorns
gotcha.
and pine. Like you could shake for a minute and nothing comes out, and then suddenly you get 5 in a row.
Yay.
Great. I just shook a tree and it was full of wasps.
Oh, hooray.
You picked the wrong
Yay.
tree.
Sure did.
You were
that's a
looking for
good
the
question.
lighted
Stuck in the
ones.
face.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna ask, do they
What leash?
do they
I just ran away and I didn't have a net, and then I just opened up my thing to press the net and I magically caught them. I was totally prepared to get stung in the face.
You did it. You did the magic
That's
thing
awesome.
that I've
Magic-
never done.
magic-
It was a magic
thing.
mystery
Yeah.
that I was not, like, I'm not good at that.
You accidentally
did.
timed it perfectly.
Well,
Oh
how
my
about
gosh.
this? On my end, I was like, why did Lee shake a tree that wasn't lit? That was clearly a mistake. And then what did Sarah do? But she shakes a tree that is not lit. A wasp comes out, and I try catching the wasps. And
Dun, dun, dun.
I have, oh shoot, I can't see if it's on there or not. I actually caught a snowflake instead of the wasp, so that was awesome. And they've got the wasps
And the
spinning
wasps
around
are
me.
surrounding you right now. And if
Yes,
the
they
moment you
sure
press
are.
A or B, you're about to get stung.
So if I just leave this forever, I'll be fine. I'm just never gonna
Oh my
press a button.
And
goodness.
your
Save
snowflake might
forever.
melt. Preserved. You
For all
frozen
time.
time. That's
That was very
amazing.
funny.
The two of you have very amazing experiences. Meanwhile, today I was just walking around minding my own business, carrying a net like an idiot. And wouldn't you
Was it
know,
after dark?
a little creepy crawler just came right out of nowhere. And of all the places, not on the white sand where I could see him, but on the dark playground dirt.
Oh,
I didn't see him
hiding.
coming. Got me.
sneaky
Got me
guy.
good. Right in the middle of
Ugh.
my playground.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
That is some shenanigans.
So,
It's so funny
So-
to think that the tarantulas are out during the snowy time of
Right?
year. I
It's
just have
so
to say
In
that's
fact,
weird.
I hadn't seen them in a while, and I was like, I wonder if they take a break during snowflake season, then come back out in late winter, early spring. But nope, they're here.
tell me about these ornaments. What am I supposed to do with them?
Oh, so the ornaments, similar to the acorns and the pine cones, once you get DIYs, you can make cool stuff with it.
Oh.
Isabel probably already gave you a wreath DIY, so you can make the ornament wreath, and they're super pretty, and you can customize them to like a million colors. And I gave one to every single one of my villagers yesterday.
That's a great idea. So you can
Also,
have such
it's a
festive
great
decorations.
gift. I got Hans's photo for giving
Oh.
him an ornament wreath yesterday.
That's awesome.
I will say that not all of them put them on their doors because some of them already had door design or things. So I was
Oh,
like,
sure.
oh, I thought they might replace
Oh.
it, but they keep the original for some reason.
That is
How do I
interesting
get
to
a-
know.
Blue
Yeah.
ornament. Are those like the rarest?
I found blue is a little bit harder to get,
Oh.
but then some trees blue just kind of
I
pours
just got
out.
one.
But I have found for every like, I don't know, every
Is-
every
Oh, now they're-
four
now they're
red
coming
and
out like waterfalls.
yeah, fair enough.
Cream pouring like
waterfalls.
I feel like it's not a 2-to-1; it's like a 1.5-to-1, like where red and yellow are slightly more often than blue. But we'll see. I also used up a lot, so maybe my numbers are off because I made 11 wreaths. They use a lot of blue ornaments, the wreaths, by the way.
Yes, they do.
Oh,
That's why I was
fancy.
asking. I was
Yeah.
like, why can I get any of these? So there's only 3 colors: red, yellow, blue.
Yep. So yeah, that part's easy. You just collect, and they stack to 30s. And I now have over 100 of the red and yellow ones, and I'm running low on blue.
Oh no.
There's other ornament things you can get, like a festive tree thing that you can make with the ornaments. Lowe has a ginormous list of things for ornaments. You can do illuminated tree and a jingle
Ooh.
wall. There's
Jingle.
illuminated
wall,
reindeer and
jingle wall.
presents. I'm looking forward to those. Those are going to be super pretty in the
Oh
snow.
man, that reminds me of the fauna cookie from
Yes.
Pocket Camp.
Yes, I bet the reindeer's a lot like the fauna cookie
Oh, I
reindeer.
love those. They were so.
Mm.
And so all of those DIYs come from the sky. So if you're like
Sky
me
out, turn
and
those
you're
stars.
trying your darndest to hit those and all you keep getting is clay, bells, and punching
Yes.
bags, you're ready to punch things other than punching bags.
I was like, punching bag is just what I need after all those terrible things from the sky. I don't want when I want the DIYs.
Yeah, I think I've successfully since last Friday maybe gotten 2 or 3 DIYs from this guy, and before the festive trees with all the ornaments started, you were first trying to get all the snowflake and frozen DIYs.
Yes.
Because there's a ton of those to get. There's there's so many.
Tell us. Oh, are we talking about the frozen ones? Like the ice ones? Because I have gotten, ones. I can share a few that I've seen, but I know you might probably have a list. But
tell me what you have off the top of your head, please.
So wait, what are the frozen ones? Are those from the Snowboy? What are those?
So
from?
there's 2 types of frozen ones, like the snowflake ones.
Oh, so these are the ones that I've gotten from the Snowboy. So I've gotten the bed, the chair,
Ooh.
the partition, and the arch.
I got the arch.
And these are the ones that need are these the ones that all need a large snowflake? Do they all need a large snowflake?
Yeah, and so perfect.
And they're
Snowboy,
called are they called frozen in the front or no?
I think actually all of them are called frozen except for a couple that are called ice.
Oh.
Frozen arch, frozen bed, frozen chair, frozen blah, frozen blah, frozen blah.
I have the frozen treat set.
Frozen
DIY.
treats is one of them.
That one I can't wait to get.
Ice flooring,
pops.
ice wall,
Ooh.
ice wand. I got the ice wand today. That's really cute.
Oh.
And then
Joy,
there's
what does it
also
look like?
snow people. Oh, it's pretty as you think. It's like a crystal snowflake wand.
As pretty as you could ever imagine.
It's funny because I envisioned. I was like, does it look like an icicle? Because that was what I thought. I was like, that's not what I envisioned. I like a snowflake too.
Oh, it's like a frozen icicle snowflake. It is.
Ooh.
It's both.
It's
the
both.
best of both.
It's amazing.
I love the frozen
Miley
stuff.
Cyrus and Hannah Montana.
The best
Of
of both worlds.
I want the best of both worlds.
That's all I know of that song.
Amazing.
Me too.
It's all you need. It's all you need.
I've been obsessed with the frozen furniture since I always have Arctic animals on my island, and I'm like, where do I get these cool
Perfect for
things?
penguins, yes.
So the frozen arch, I made that immediately, and I love it so very much.
They are great. I'm
I
excited.
think
for those
Isabel
things.
gives us the snowflake wreath or whatever, door hanging, whatever that thing is called. I think she gives us that too.
Oh, I gotta get that from her. I haven't.
You haven't
personally
gotten it?
How do I
it,
get
but
that?
Heard about it.
Are you
do I
sure
get
you
it?
don't have it? Because I think she just gives it to you during snowy season.
I'll double check because I've
What do
gotten.
you-
She
what
gave
is it
me
called?
The festive,
It's
the
called
ornament.
snowflake wreath, and you probably would have gotten it on the 11th or near that.
Well, you know what? I
Like
should
in
just
my
call them
mailbox,
most
or is
recent.
No,
it
like
DIY?
during the morning announcements, she's like, "Oh, and I have a special thing for you," and she puts it right into your DIYs. And I think I didn't get it on Friday. I got it on the 12th, the Saturday.
Maybe I didn't play or didn't talk with her.
Yeah, so maybe you
if
missed
there
it.
was a camp.
and-
Oh, because there was somebody in my camp one day, and I remember
Oh, so
thinking,
she had a
she'll probably give me stuff
different
another day.
announcement. But yeah,
Yeah.
if you didn't play for a couple days or something, and then it was ornament season, so maybe you missed it, and
I might
she'll
have missed
probably
it.
give
Mark,
it to
mark.
you after ornament season is over. Ornament season
Oh.
lasts until January 6th, I believe.
Oh, cool.
So we
Ornaments
have extra
until
time on
Jan
those
6th.
too.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. So there's so many things. And the frozen ones we were talking about. Oh, sorry, the snowflake ones we were talking about
Oh yeah,
are
tell us
not
about
the
those.
frozen things. The snowflake ones, we're talking about the snowflake pochette, whatever.
Oh,
thing
the
is called.
pochette. Yes. So pretty. I love it.
There's a bunch of wallpaper. It's the ski slope wall and flooring.
Cute.
The iceberg wall. It's mostly just walls, actually. I'm not super excited about those. The snow person ones are way better. So,
Oh yeah.
gotta build those
loving it.
perfect snow persons. And he'll give you a DIY that is not a card. It goes right into your app, and then he'll also give you a large snowflake every time you build a perfect
Yes.
snowboy.
Oh yes, that's right.
very
And you can, if you have two,
And your starter one,
characters-
you get one too for your sucky one that you start off with. You get a large
Oh,
snowflake.
that's nice. But
Yeah. The first one is
They're like, good job, good job, guys.
And even though your snowman only, or excuse me, your snowboy will only give a large snowflake to the builder of the snowboy, it, at least as far as I can tell so far, limited experience here, the snowboy will give any other characters on your island a DIY.
Oh,
So
that's nice.
Oh wait, so he'll give he'll give everyone on the island a DIY, but he'll only
Yes.
give the builder the snowflake.
Yes,
Got
correct. Right.
So
on
the other
nose.
tip about snowboys, and I was going to mention this later, but I'll mention it now instead, is every day that they are thriving on your island, they will also give you another large snowflake.
Ooh,
Which I
nice.
didn't know, and I wasn't talking to them.
Oh,
And I just learned
no!
today.
The perfect snowmen?
Only the perfect ones. Yeah, they'll give you a new
but
large
only
snowflake.
for the creator?
Correct. Only for the creator.
Okay, that part I
I
didn't
can
know.
vouch that is correct because I saw it today.
Well, that's a bummer.
So at some point I have to let
Oh.
Kevin Bob build a perfect snow boy and give him some, but he doesn't need it. He's fine.
He can just collect
build
the
whatever he
DIYs.
wants.
He's
Yeah.
fine. He's
That's
fine.
He's good.
Oh, and that's another thing to note. The DIYs go right into your phone.
Yeah,
You don't
there's
get
no
the
cards.
card for them.
Which means
I
people
guess-
can't share them, which is
Right, that's true.
annoying. 'Cause
Oh.
I like
I
benefiting off of that.
wonder, can you talk to the Snowboys and Friends Islands to get a DIY, or does that only does that work? Does that not work?
I feel like I talked to someone's perfect snow boy the other day and nothing happened. He just said something punny, which was very fun. But
Wait, is it only a perfect... Wait, I think you already said. No. Is
What?
it only a perfect snow boy that...
Uh-oh.
Sorry, there's a tarantula.
ba, ba, ba,
I saw it coming and it...
ba.
Did he get you, or did you run
Sorry.
away?
No, I saw him coming and I had my net out, obviously, and he was in the plaza and I wasn't turned the right way when I whacked. So I missed him.
He got you.
Oh,
Got you good.
no. Oh, snurps.
What were you
But I
asking
had
me?
time. I can't remember. Okay, so I need clarification on the
Yes.
snow boy
Okay.
situation.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Perfect snow boy delivers you a perfect large snowflake every
Yes.
day that he's alive.
To the creator
Yes.
of the perfect
To the
Snowboy.
creator.
Yes.
Non-perfect snow boys do not give you anything.
Good question.
Correct.
What happens?
They just give you fun banter.
Oh, maybe you should tell us, what is the fun banter for the imperfect Snowboy?
Well, it depends on what type of imperfection they have. If they're close to perfect but not quite perfect, they'll remind you repeatedly, "I'm so close, but not quite." If they are lopsided, like very small head, very big body, or very little body, very big head, they will very often tell you all about that as well. They're a little bit self-deprecating. It's super fun and adorable, and I recommend talking to all of
Oh.
your snow boys, good, bad, and ugly, every day.
Oh my gosh, that sounds precious and a half. So it sounds like the temptation to create a wonky snowboy is great, but the reward for a perfect snowboy is really good.
Significantly greater. Like if you make like one
Okay.
perfect snowboy gives you like 3 or 4 days of large snowflakes and a DIY. One imperfect snowboy just gives you a moment of amusement.
But you only get one DIY from him, or do you get an
Correct.
extra DIY? Okay.
Yeah, just the one DIY.
Unless you bring out another character and they can get a DIY as well. And it's a different, it's
Right.
not like a
Oh,
set.
right.
Oh, it's Celeste style where you get
Yes, it's
something. Yeah.
random.
That's good to know.
But
So
it
at
goes
least-
directly to your phone. You don't
Correct.
get a
So you
DIY.
Yeah,
get
so
passive.
Kevin
Is that
Bob
a new
can't
thing
share
that
it
they're
with me.
doing, or is that just for?
It might just be the mechanic for this one because he's giving you something else already. So and maybe they don't want to give you 2 things. I don't know.
Ooh, maybe. Or maybe they were like, it's not reasonable for a snowboy to hand out a piece of paper.
He has no hands.
He's
Not that
he's
that
already
stopped them from
slipping
things
a
before.
snowflake in my pocket. Whatever.
Ooh. Is that a snowflake in your pocket?
Or am I a perfect snow boy? Oh. Anyway,
Little perfect snowboys. I do
I'm-
love the
yeah.
lopsided ones with their heads being all off.
have you had the experience so far? Because I've had every kind so far. I've had the so close, I've had the way off, and then I had I thought I had it perfect, but then I put it on backwards.
Oh.
So body was big, or like head was
Yes.
big, body small.
Oh, boo!
I definitely remember that from previous Animal Crossings because it was very easy to accidentally knock the other one, like have it be, oh no, I put
Yeah,
the,
'cause,
it just
like,
knocked into it.
I just assumed the front one always goes on top, and I was adjusting the one in the back because it wasn't working, and I hit it too hard, and
yes.
boom, you
Boink.
need a lopsided snow boy.
Ah,
That was special.
wow.
We'll talk more about snow boys after the break, actually. But
Oh, okay.
before the break, I want to talk about one more thing, which is
Okay.
some of my villagers have started mentioning that they're very excited for the Toy Day gift exchange.
Oh yeah, let's talk about this. I just saw that. I think one of my friends mentioned that too, and I took a screen cap.
Yeah, and so I'm not looking up spoilers. I don't want to know what the mechanics of Toy Day night will be, and I assume based on what you told us, Sarah, it's going to be Christmas Eve is Toy Day night, right?
Oh, right. Toy Day
Yeah.
is the 24th. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
So
Yes.
from what I'm guessing, just based on the name, Toy Day gift exchange, it sounds like all of my villagers are expecting me to give them a festive seasonal toy. So I probably have to collect 10 special festive seasonal toys by Toy Day to make sure I have one for each of them. That is a guess.
That sounds like a good guess. Maybe, what do you think? It's funny because Bill Mack, aka my mom, who plays my dad's character a lot more often than my dad does.
Yeah.
She had asked me, I had villagers that were asking me about Toy Day gift exchange. Do I need to start piling up on gifts and wrapping paper? And I'm like,
Ooh,
I don't know.
Wrapping paper is another one. I may have read somewhere, and this might be a real big spoiler.
Oh,
but if you happen to see red wrapping paper in Nook's Cranny, go buy some. Just go buy some.
What? I love
All
it.
I'm gonna say, because I don't remember what it's for, but I remember seeing that somewhere.
That is exciting. Okay.
So tips and tricks and tips and spoilery tricks. But yeah, there might need to be wrapped toys given to animals. I don't know if the wrapping paper color matters in that context. I just saw it somewhere else.
Okay.
The point is, I think your mom might be right. I feel like you want to collect the toys and you want to probably prepare them as gifts and prepare to give them to your villagers. So
it's so exciting. Okay, this is good to know.
I can't imagine what else it would be. What else would be what else could be a Toy Day gift exchange besides that?
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
They're toys. It's called Toy Day. Why not?
And these toys were released at the beginning of December, and they're clearly seasonal festive toys. So
do you think that there's an importance to the color in which?
I would imagine that if you know your villager likes green and yellow, you better darn sure give them like a green dinosaur or a green dollhouse.
Darn.
If you can match their their sporty active interests or whatever too, that's probably even better. But color is easy enough for me. I can't handle the other stuff.
Sometimes it's hard to remember what category of things they might be interested in.
And also like maybe they like Nintendo labels things in a way that I wouldn't, so I'm like,
that's
is
a good
this
point.
Sporty or is this just casual? I don't know.
Does a remote control helicopter count as sporty, or is it
transportation?
Transportation. Does anyone like transportation?
Like in 2020, what is the difference between casual, formal, and sporty? Really, the same pants count for all of them these days.
Athleisure.
Athleisure, exactly. That's it. I think for what's new. Unless anyone else has any Toy Day theories or anything else you want to share.
No, I'm very much looking forward to finding out what it is.
Oh, and there's if you haven't talked to your villagers in the last couple of days, make sure to talk to some of them. One of them might give you a festive wreath if you give them a present.
Ooh.
So that's it.
And that's just random?
I think so. I have no memory of who gave it to me, so I can't tell you if it was like the first one or if the third or whatever. Because I just, I was clicking through and they're like, "Here's a mesh hat. Here's a pair of stockings, and oh yeah, here's a festive wreath." And I just didn't notice. So
hooray!
It was any one of them that gave it to me.
Nice.
Yeah. So
that's cool.
Are you guys ready for a break?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's take a water break. Leash, do you have water?
I do.
Yay! All right, water break. And water break. Oh, looks like Rar had a water incident during the break.
I did. I had it right in the eye. I just forgot how to
in the
normally.
face.
little water splatter.
Water splatters, indeed.
Does that ever happen to you with certain water
And I love the way you feel.
I have certain water bottles that like collect water in like the little spout thing. Sometimes I shake it up too much and I'll open it and I just get like pummeled in the face with like half a bottle of water. Happens every so often.
Refreshing spritz to the face.
Happens to the best of us.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
For the rest of us.
At least it's just water and not something that stains.
That's
Festivus.
True. Water evaporates
for the rest.
Festivus for the rest of us.
Festivus is around the corner, isn't it? I think that's the 23rd.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Ready for the airing of grievances.
I air my grievances all year long. I don't need Festivus for that.
Fair enough.
Well, we have some announcements.
Announce them.
Tell us.
Oh, well,
tell
good.
us the announced.
There are 2 announcements. The first one is an announcement that I will tell you right now.
Oh boy.
That was my purred impression.
Oh,
have you heard with purred?
And I, as you know, am purred.
So we have another giveaway, and it's the final giveaway of 2020 in our Discord.
Whoa.
If you join our Discord, you might just be able to enter a contest where you could win. I'm waiting for it to load.
$1 million.
It is still loading, guys.
It is not
There-
$1 million.
There it is.
What is it?
Where you could win a collection
thing.
of festive items.
Oh.
Would you like a sack full of seasonal toys of every color?
Ooh.
Of course I would.
You probably would, especially because we just said you may or may not need it on Toy Day. So you want some of those? Definitely want to sign up for this giveaway. But it's not just the toys. You'll also get a
It's not
Santa
about the
costume.
toys, guys.
It's not about the toys. It's not about the toys. You could also win a Santa costume and a reindeer costume.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
A reindeer costume
Yeah,
and a Santa costume.
Holy cow.
you can recreate any sort of Toy Day jingle experience you want to recreate with those two costumes and all of the toys you're going to get.
Holy
You'll
guacamole.
also get
Wow.
2 festive wreaths. And these are the ones we were just talking about that you get one from your villager. And 30 of each type of ornament. So you're going to be set
Whoa.
for anything you
Wow.
could possibly do for the next couple weeks with that set of winnings.
That's awesome.
It's a
That
big
is
Just in
giveaway.
time for Toy Day.
It's a big giveaway, and it'll come to you like just a couple days before Toy Day. It's perfect timing.
Wow.
So
Wow.
just join our Discord, and as we always say, hit the duck.
Ooh,
Right,
I know
right.
how to join the Discord.
I was gonna ask you, Leash, if you can maybe tell me how to join the Discord. I'm still confused about it.
So alls you gotta do is shoot us a quick note on any of our social medias. That's short for social media. Or our Gmail, which I'll get to in a second. We
Ooh.
are at the Pocket Pod in any of the social medias. Again, that's social media. And we are thepocketpod@gmail.com. And shoot us a cute little note. It doesn't have to be cute, but it does have to be a note.
Yes. That's
The
fair.
basic requirement is nice, patient.
Oh. Yeah, that's fair.
I would just like to say that I was on the ball for that Twitter one that happened a while ago.
I was so proud of you, Leash. That was ridiculous.
Thank you. It was like in the day, the same day.
I know.
Wow.
I know. I know.
It was like
But normally we're not very
before
good
I
at Twitter.
saw it. It was before I saw it. I was so excited.
I didn't get a notification per se, but I did get some sort of notification per se.
I think you're like mentally tapped into Twitter now, and it just sort of beamed itself into your brain.
Ooh, That's
Yeah,
very cool.
that's exactly
The
what
only
happened.
way I can
But-
think of that it worked.
But only that
Way in
one
the
day
future.
because I can't guarantee that'll happen in the future.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, we're sort of on the Twitters, the Twitterverse. We try.
we do our best with Twitter.
But the best way is probably either the Gmails or the Instas, right? Does that sound right?
Yeah, Gmail,
Or the faces.
Gmail, Instagram, Facebook's just as fast as Instagram.
Yeah.
And I will just add, because this contest is very time bound, if you really do want to enter to win all this awesome stuff, you probably want to be in our Discord by Sunday. This
Yes.
episode drops on Friday, the 18th. You want to be on Discord by Sunday, the 20th, because it will be announced
You got to
on
tap
Monday,
the duck.
the 21st.
Tap
and
the
you have
duck.
to tap the duck. Well, so first you have to tap the Pete, then you have to tap the duck.
Yes.
It'll all make
Tap
sense.
the
when we go
pelican
to
and then the
Discord.
duck.
You'll understand when you get there.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's the first announcement. We
Nice.
have the final giveaway, and thanks to Lo and
Yay,
other
thank you,
other
Lo.
members of our mod
others.
team that are helping fill out the collection of
Champions.
awesome things.
Mm-hmm.
Then the other announcement is just a quick one. We're just gonna take the next 2 weeks off because it turns out all the
Yay.
holidays this year are on Thursday, and that's when we record. So we're not gonna change our schedule. We're just gonna not record. So take a break.
We're not doing
take
it.
some- Chill.
But
relax.
Not doing
Yes.
it.
But still pay attention to your feed because you might see something fun on at least one
We'll
or
still
two
be relevant.
of the next 2 Fridays. Check it out. You won't be disappointed. You might even be surprised.
Oh.
You might even be snapping your fingers.
And in
Or
fact,
humming a little tune.
that's a good point. In fact, it's very timely that the one that's released on Friday the 25th, maybe you heard of it, might actually be, in time with some interesting,
Have a little pep in your pep.
interesting
A little pep.
period of holiday
pep.
goodness. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to stop there. Yep.
Sounds like fun. I love it. I think that people are interested. They've heard what they need to hear. It's all good.
We did it.
In for a treat.
We did it. Well, now it's time for hot topics.
Hot topics. When you
And
want
the
a
tips
hot
and
meal
tricks for
without
free.
Hot topics and the tips and tricks for free.
Trying to make it work. I'm not giving up on it.
Dun, dun, dun,
Uh.
dun. Ooh, and hot topics you could cook in the microwave ovens.
Oh, microwave ovens. Oh, you're not wrong about that. Should we put all three of them together? Hot topics
Yes.
and tips and tricks in one thing?
Yeah,
Things that make you go
absolutely.
microwave oven hot topics tips and tricks.
And the tips for free. Yes.
Yep, I think that's gonna be real catchy.
Flawless.
Yes. So
Just rolls off the tongue.
we've already talked a lot
Tip of the
about snow boys, but there's even more to talk about because this has
Yeah,
been a
let's
very
talk
hot
about
topic
this.
this week.
Definitely.
How to build a perfect snow boy.
First of all, can we mention how cute it is that when you first find that little snowball and your character runs up to it, you move it around by little kicks at first,
Yes.
which was just the cutest. So precious.
I was pleasantly surprised by like the little soccer ball movements I was suddenly able to make. Yeah.
That is really cute. It was a treat.
Yep.
Yeah, Rara, I believe you wrote down kicky feet specifically.
It is kicky feet.
It is a kicky feet.
It is a kicky feet.
Yep.
It's a feat of kicky feet. I
So
love it.
so yeah, you walk up to that snowball and you start kicking it around, and then at some point it's just a little bit big enough that you can finally just use your paws.
Yes,
move
you
'em
can hear
around.
that classic crunching snow of the rolling snowball. It's so good.
It's a really delightful sound, and you have much more control once you can actually move with your hands. When you're moving
Yes,
with your
yes.
feet, boy, do they go all willy nilly. I wasn't aiming
That's
there.
true.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Not
kind
good
of
at soccer.
it's a good way to kind of make sense of that motion, because in the other Animal Crossing games, when you would roll it, you at the first few stages, you're still trying to like make that like moving behind it rolling motion, but it was harder to guide. Wouldn't guide.
Also, I feel like in the old City Folk one, like wasn't there more like extra roll after you stopped rolling, or is that just maybe down a hill that I'm imagining that it would keep rolling?
I'm
Do you
not sure.
remember?
Maybe I don't remember that, but it could be. It's quite possible.
This one kind of keeps moving a smidge.
There is little momentum.
It gets a little bit momentum.
Momentum.
I wouldn't say this one
Momentum.
has a lot of momentum, but like when I stop rolling, it definitely still moves just a smidge after I'm done. It's just
So be
yeah.
cautious.
Yeah.
Don't make sure those two snowball. Maybe that's a little pro tip to make sure your snow orbs, snowballs are separate from each other, so you're not
Yeah.
accidentally
Yeah.
rolling into them.
I mean, there are tons of tips and tricks, and
yes, let's hear them.
I will tell you, there are videos. I have not watched any of them. I'm only going off of what I've read in our Discord and the infographic that was shared with us in our Discord. And this is what I'm going to share. So if it's imperfect,
let's hear it.
it's because it's secondhand. We're playing a game of telephone.
we're reporting what we've heard to you and our personal experiences as much as possible.
Yeah, also
rumor
personal
mill.
experience. I have actually attempted these, examples, whatever.
With
Yes.
success.
I've had 2 perfect snow boys so far.
Wee!
Nice.
Um,
Okay.
So the first tip, as you're growing your 2 snowballs, one does have to be bigger than the other, so that the base is slightly bigger than the head. The proportions are kind of, it feels arbitrary, but there's clearly some sort of proportion, like 3.2 to 3 or something like that. It's a really narrow margin, but the proportions from big ball to little ball are slight, but there. Several people shared actually a little kind of infographic of your little character buddy standing next to the snowballs to show you how to line it up the height.
Mm-hmm.
So the recommendation for a large perfect snow boy, apparently proportionally you could also make small perfect snow boys as well.
Oh, really?
Smaller. I don't know how small perfect snow boy can be, but you can definitely make them like more like your height as opposed to like taller than you.
Do they melt faster, or do they last the same amount of length as a big perfect snow boy?
Your guess is as good as mine. Have to find out.
Can you make a snowboy family?
I mean, they're all going to be snow boys, so, but you could make different sizes. Yeah.
That's so interesting that you asked that, Leash, because
Boys
that
can
is
all
a
be
new
part of a
leaf.
family.
No,
That
you're
is a new
absolutely
leaf
right. I'm
thing.
just like, they're all going to be called snowboys, but by all means, make whatever family you want.
But I'm saying you.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it wouldn't be sitting next to each other unless you rolled them. But
It's
that would
hard
be
to
hard
control them
do.
all to be right next to each other in a row if that's kind of what you're envisioning as a family.
Yeah.
I
Wish
also
you
have
could
had.
scoop them up with a shovel and move them.
Like
I
planting
thought
a
of that.
tree?
I walked right
Ooh.
up to my snowboy with a Y, and I was like trying to pick it up and wouldn't give. Wouldn't give
Oh.
Apparently,
Not
the
even if you
snowboys.
ate a fruit. Like if you
No.
ate a fruit, I feel like you should be able to
Dig
Pick
up
it up
that
and
snow
move it
boy.
around.
pick them
Man,
up
that
and move
snow
'em.
is so heavy. Then again, so is a full-grown tree. So,
Exactly. Precisely.
Good point. I could put a whole bell tree in my pocket, so it's a lot of weight. So the proportions of before I forget, the proportions for the perfect snowboy that was recommended is the bigger ball, the base, should come up to about where one's eyebrows would be if one had eyebrows. I would say like a smidge above the top of your eye. A little bit below a hat brim, like somewhere in between that space. So
that's
the
if
big,
you were like just stand right next to them.
if you're standing right next to it, yeah.
So, question for you
Yeah.
on that one, because my rule of thumb is just keep rolling the bottom ball, the large ball, until it just doesn't get any larger.
I'm
Right.
pretty sure that's what this is.
That's a
But
good,
you'll know
good
you're
way to live
done.
life. When
You'll
it's
know you're
that,
done
okay,
when it's
fair
that
enough.
height. But you're
Aha.
right. Like
Okay.
you're absolutely right. Sometimes I get impatient and I can't tell if it's getting bigger, and I'm like, is it the right size yet? I don't know how much give there is, and like if it's the biggest, whatever. But if you get it to the point where it's just above your eyes, you're good. And then the smaller one just below your mouth.
Oh, nice.
Mm.
So basically the difference in height is your forehead to your bottom of your mouth, whatever that is on your villager
Gotcha.
person.
And that's like if you tilt your little thingy up to
It's a straight up view. Yeah.
straight on view.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. So when the view that disappears if you move, that's the one you want to
Yes.
be at. Gotcha.
Yeah. So it's a
Cool,
little bit
cool.
harder to like, you have to keep tilting to see it,
And you'll have to tell me if this might stand true for you guys, but for today's snowman, it looked like the small snowball was the new body size of the yesterday's snowman. So, because it melts a
Ooh,
little
'cause
bit.
it
I wonder if that
melts.
might be a good rule of thumb to follow, if that's
Interesting.
helpful. But that only would be helpful if you're rolling near your other snowman.
And if you
obviously.
keep building perfect ones, so you
Mm.
could have the
Ooh,
same
true.
kind of diagram to compare to.
And you're
Yeah.
nearby. Yeah, and you're nearby that said snowman.
And that's the thing. Like my first few days, they were generally in the same place, and then on like day 2 or 3, I had a snowball over like by my water, and then one on the
Oh.
opposite side, like halfway across my island, and I
Oh
had to
my
roll that
gosh.
stupid thing up, over, down. So here's pro tip number 2: if you
Ooh,
want to
what's that one?
roll your snowball a distance and you don't want it to get bigger and bigger, put down some paths.
Ah, so they don't grow? Do they shrink on paths, or how does that
Nope,
work?
they just
shrink
don't
on
grow.
paths.
They stay the same
They
size.
just don't grow.
And so
Okay.
so that's a good tip. Even if they're near each other and you realize like the little one's getting too big, start
Yes.
dropping paths. You can even drop a path under it.
Ooh.
Um,
Oh, cool.
And so you could
Mm.
drop a path in the whole area, and then you kind of have like a free section to roll it in, so you could get it closer to the other ball.
That's
So that's
cool. Very
super
good to know.
helpful, because
Yes,
my
good
first
tips.
couple of times I kept getting what I thought was right, and then on its way over to meet the friend, it got bigger and bigger and bigger.
Oh.
And is that any path, including dirt?
I honestly I just tried like the paths that are in my app, like the able paths.
Okay.
But
pattern
probably
type,
I
yes.
think dirt works too, because I rolled it on like the wood path I have that's like from the terraforming
The construction app. Yeah.
construction thing majig. Yeah.
We gotcha. We know
Yeah.
what you're talking about.
But yeah, so I think that's a great tip, because like I said, like
Yeah.
I kept growing mine accidentally, and I was like, what's happening? So
Growing out of control until it takes over your island. That would be fun if you could keep rolling until it was just massive and just like make it a little
the
snow
size of a
fort out
tree.
Dig into the snowball. have
Oh,
your
look,
own little...
igloo, snow
Yes,
boy
it'd be so
glue.
cute.
Giant.
Oh, I love it.
Giant.
I like it.
Snowboy.
We already mentioned that once you build a perfect snowboy, I'm going to repeat this one because that was a tip I wrote down. Every day he gives you a new snowflake, so that's very exciting.
Yeah, new large snowflake.
Yeah, there was another tip I wanted to share that I've forgotten now.
The DIYs.
Nope, that was it.
That's it. That's all she got.
Oh, that's okay. They do melt every day.
Yeah, they
a little
melt.
bit. How many days do they last?
From what I can tell, 3 or 4. I haven't actually been keeping track.
That's okay.
But yeah, I will also remind you that dung beetles make them grow if they're moving them along on snow.
Ooh.
So if you see the dung beetle getting started, note that that's not the smallest snowball. So if you have some sort of like method, like I know I need to roll it 12 times, the dung beetle has already given you like 2, you know.
Are dung beetles only alive, not alive, only out during the day, or are they out at night? Or are they out at night and not during the day?
I think they're all
out
day.
at night
They're all day as long
well.
as there's a snowball. They won't show up if there's no snowball. So once you build your snowman, you're not going to see a dung beetle for the rest of the day.
Oh, that's another thing to note. You can only build one snowman a day. There's so like both characters can't build a snowman, which is, I think, a little unfair for families.
Yeah.
And I just remembered the other tip.
Oh, good job.
What Gabby has been doing is when the snowboy is like, hey, I'm not perfect, immediately closes down the game. Make sure it doesn't save. You get to start all over again.
And
try
to do it really
take
fast.
2. Yeah.
I
know. That's not Leash's method. That's not how Leash do. But FYI for those that are like me that keep going, no. So you can always start over should you have the time.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I think
it's a doable thing for
so
those
many things about snowboys. I did see in one of the I mean, I haven't been in the Discord, so I'm sure that this also exists, but there's like someone who like measured out a path and you roll it down the path a certain amount of times and then you turn around and you go back the other way and a certain amount of times
wow.
The bottom base and then the top base will be it's like a different measurement of times that you go back and forth down this path to create the perfect.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if that's not Mayor Mori's video, it's another very popular video. But yes, I think I
just saw like screenshots of like someone explaining it, but I didn't do it.
Yeah,
but it's good to know that it exists. That someone's gotten it down to a science.
I might get to a point where I build a proper runway for them. We'll see. Be kind of funny if I can just like have like a manufactured snowboy creation process. And just this like army of melting snowboys every day. The big thing is like fun. what I noticed is that once I had 2 or 3 snowboys in an area, the snowballs would not generate in that area. So I actually have like it seems like I have 3 or 4 different spots that snowballs can generate. So that's a big pro tip. Like Lo had to clear out a whole chunk of her island in order to get snowballs to generate after a while. Because like the first 2 days they were in one spot and then there were no more. And literally no snowballs were generating at all for like part of the day. So yeah. I believe that's probably everything. But yeah,
those are some good
definitely
tips.
You get 2 months of chances of getting all those. And there's a ton of DIYs that you're supposed to get from these snowboys. So if you're a completionist and you want to catch them all, you want to try to get at least like a solid 15 more or less snowboys.
Wow, so many snowboys. Snowboys.
I'm just gonna count right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I lost count, but it's about 15, maybe 12, something between there. Aim for 15.
Wee.
Good start.
15 what?
Snowboys, perfect snowboys.
Oh.
You got 2 months to make 15 perfect snowboys if you want all the DIYs.
Got it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, I can do that.
Yes.
Yeah, you can do it.
And with that, hey, wait, I have a real complaint.
Perfect. Just like it.
I'm just here. Like I'm just here nailing it left and right.
Kurt,
beautiful.
Are you back?
Sounded just happening? Like him. It was very weird.
What about Kurt?
Cobain.
Kurt.
Oh,
I was asking if it was Kurt Cobain.
I thought you were talking about the bear. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Different spelling, different Kurt.
Oh my gosh. Kurt.
What is Brian Doyle Murray? What is
blonde hair and the Band-Aid on his forehead.
Yeah.
I can see it now.
This is I guess this is a bit of a hot topic, but I'm going to call it a complaint. Snowboys shouldn't have to be perfect. We should be celebrating all snowboy bodies.
Oh, I gotcha.
Oh.
That is
we
my
love
complaint.
them no matter what.
Right? I am actually delighted by my imperfect snowboys. They make me laugh. And if they make you laugh, they should be celebrated to some degree. I think that you shouldn't exclusively get DIYs from perfect snowboys. Maybe you don't get the large snowflake, but maybe you should at least get DIYs from the imperfect ones.
There you go. Oh yeah, that'd be nice. Some sort of compromise that they could still award some things. Maybe even if reluctantly, it'd be like, or good effort. Here's this
Or like
maybe they're
just
like,
hand me regular snowflakes, and it's like a
or
like
maybe
it's a
they're
cheap
like
price.
cheeky versions or imperfect versions of the regular DIYs.
Oh my
Oh
gosh,
my
I would love
God.
that.
Oh, I would love that. How fun would that be? Like with
That'd
a little
be
like nick in
very,
it, or
very
like a
fun.
missing bauble on the wreath
or
or something.
melty or soggy.
Oh,
Or,
yes.
yeah.
Oh, that'd be
Oh.
so
A
great.
missing light. A light isn't flickering.
Oh,
I love it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to the just
There,
proper.
I did make it a dream suite. I
You-
did it.
You did.
You
You
dream
did. You
suited
turned
a
it around.
complaint champion.
Turned that
Thanks,
right
Leash.
around.
You
Beautiful.
turn that complaint into a dream.
That's what I do.
That's
Problem
what
solver.
she's here for.
All right. So, complaint number 2, and this is a bit of a fashion comment. So,
Fashion falls, fits your life. You said it.
thank you. So, yesterday.
Holy moly. Wait,
What?
I have to pause for a second.
Okay, we interrupt
This
this
is
complaint.
incredible.
What'd you do?
Can you see this? There are 4 snowflakes in one area.
Whoa! Whoa! They're like attacking you with snow.
They're dancing.
Look at those
They're
snowflakes.
dancing.
Yes.
Look at
Sorry.
I thought that Snake was wearing a bow to match yours because I didn't realize it was Snake with those floppy bunny ears. 'Cause
Yeah.
you have the giant bow on. I was like, well, that character's wearing a bow just like Leash.
Oh, Snake. He's really entranced
Snake.
by those snowflakes.
Sorry,
too.
I've never seen that they've
That's
been
a lot of-
that,
that's a lot
that
of snowflakes.
close together.
You'll probably scare 1 or 2 away while you try to catch them.
right? I've gotten 2.
So
One disappeared.
are
Nope.
we
still
ready
here.
for the other
Sorry.
complaint?
Yes.
Sorry, I'm
yes.
distracted by snowflakes. Sorry. Go ahead.
So 2 days ago in Able Sisters, there was a Santa outfit, and it was very cute. And then the next day in Able Sisters, there was a reindeer costume that was very
Mhm.
cute.
Yes.
It came with antlers. It came with a reindeer body, and there was a red nose available in Able Sisters. And wouldn't you know, I tried to buy all 3, and you can only wear 1 at a time when it comes to
What?
the nose and the antlers. What?
Wait a second.
Oh.
So tell me so it's a nose that is like a little.
It's like a round
Reindeer-
red fake nose, like a
Okay,
clown nose.
gotcha.
They don't
Yes.
call it a
Or
reindeer
Rudolph?
nose, but it looks like a Rudolph nose.
Sure,
and
sure.
it was the first time I've seen an Able Sisters in probably ever, a very long time. And it was right there. It was right there the same day I had the reindeer outfit. And
Okay.
but you can't wear the antlers and the nose at the same time.
Is the antler like a hooded thing, kind of like
The
a bear
antler's
hood?
hooded. It's not a hat.
That's
and the
trick.
nose is like glasses, so it takes yeah.
So unfair. For some reason, we can't use the hooded items with a face item, which I feel it should be like there should be overlap.
They don't touch each other. Like, how come I could wear glasses
Hmm.
with some of the hooded items and not all the hooded items? Like, the
Mhm.
whole thing is really confusing. But like, why release both the nose and the antlers in my Able Sisters on the same day if I can't actually wear them and recreate Rudolph? What is
feel
happening?
like-
Mhm.
I wonder if that also, yes, I feel that's a terrible
Sloppy.
oversight because it's clearly able to be used as a Rudolph the reindeer nose.
Yeah.
But I think its original intention was probably the clown nose.
Yeah,
But
which-
regardless,
Mhm.
Honestly, if it's a clown nose, great. But like, don't tempt me with it on Reindeer Day.
that's right. How dare
It was
you.
Reindeer Day in Able Sisters, and I was duped.
You were ready for reindeer games on Reindeer Day, and they
I
denied
was.
you.
And
Oh,
apparently,
they denied
Run
you.
Run Rudolph, he doesn't get to play any reindeer games
Oh,
year.
Rudolph.
on Woe Oasis.
Poor Rudy.
Poor Rudolph. So yeah,
Boo-hoo.
that was my last complaint. No Rudolph? Question mark. That's what I wrote in our notes.
Yeah,
Well, as
that
we
makes
know-
sense now.
and Jingle is the black-nosed reindeer, as he describes himself.
That's
So-
fine. That's fine.
yes.
He doesn't
Maybe
need a red
that's
nose.
why. It's because it's Jingle's holiday, and no other
There's no
reindeer is
Oh
going to
no!
be.
I don't know.
Is
In
Jingle-
Pocket Camp, we had the reindeer hats and the noses we could wear, and it was awesome. And we all enjoyed being Rudolph, and it
Aw.
was great.
That's
And they
true.
had those cute little snow boots. Is that what those were? They had little reindeer patterns. Well, we had a lot of good clothes. Wonder what happened to all of those and why they haven't come over to us here in New Horizons.
Dream
Mm.
sweet, where we sweetly dream of Pocket Camp clothes and New Horizons.
Yes, someday.
Mhm.
Maybe
how.
2021 Jingle holiday toy day. We'll get some fun stuff from Pocket Camp.
Yes.
Who knows?
Yes.
P.S.
Hope so.
Hampton shirts. Remember Hampton shirts from Pocket Camp?
Yes.
I just saw them.
Yes.
I just saw them in my Able Sisters today, and they looked very different from the Pocket Camp ones. But they're cute. They're very cute.
Did you call them the
Aw.
Hot Pocket ones?
Hot Pocket.
What?
Did you just call them the Hot Pocket?
I'm
They
just
look
hungry,
different
so
than the
it's
Hot
like
Pocket
Hot
ones?
Pockets.
I don't think so. Did I say Hot Pocket?
I don't know. Now, let's go to the tape.
Ha.
If I said Hot Pocket, I meant Pocket Camp.
And I want
You
a
get
hot
what you
pocket.
get.
The
So
world will
we're
never
okay.
know.
Anyway,
You can never go back.
we're at a perfect time where we could end this episode and I could do some birthdays. So if you guys want to sing me out.
Sing you out. Sing it. Do 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 do.
I'm gonna do 2 weeks of birthdays because there's a fun lot of birthdays that we're gonna miss while we're not gonna be recording for 2 weeks. So happy birthday to Wilbur's birthday. I think it's today or tomorrow. We got Fong Fang, Chief, Rudy.
You would never say
Rudy,
it
not Rudolph.
blows.
Different. I think Rudy's a cat. I can't remember.
All of
Rudy's a
the
jock cat. Yeah.
other reindeer
Isabel's birthday's coming up. That's
didn't
exciting.
exist
I
'cause
believe that
Jingle's
also
the
means her
only
brother's
one.
birthday is the same day.
Jingle
We have
them
a
play.
bunch of animals I don't know offhand. Oh,
Jingle
Blanche.
wants to have
Jingle's
all
birthday.
the
I bet you
fun.
know when Jingle's birthday is. It's probably a very specific day.
Then one
Ruby.
funny
Ruby the rabbit.
toy day
My
Eve.
favorite goaty goat Pashmina's
Jingle
birthday.
came to
Everyone's
say,
favorite golden retriever Goldie's birthday is
"Hey,
after
what's
that.
up? My name
There's
is
Murph. I
Jingle.
call him Murph. He's Murphy.
Do
Murphy the little bear.
you want to
And we
play?
got Vic, and I don't know who this Hugh is, but
Then
Hugh, the
how
lazy pig, has a birthday.
the
So that's 2 weeks of
villagers
birthdays.
loved
We'll catch
him
up on another 2 weeks of birthdays at the next episode.
as they shouted
So
out
with that,
with
I would like to also
glee.
thank our amazing producer, Jack Quaid Blake of Monkey Cat
Jingle
Studios,
the black-nosed
for adding just
reindeer.
some delightful jingly
You'll
tinkly
go
bells
down
to
in
all of our delightful,
history.
wonderful things that we do. I said delightful a lot. Thanks, Jack. And with that,